I'm talking about right now. But just in case you want to learn, because it's never too late, it's very historic to be in a position of Canelo and want to bite off challenges and challenge himself and dare to be great to make history. And as Oscar said, not only in Mexican history, but also, I'm going to say, in boxing. There's very few fighters in history have accomplished 75 and been successful, as you know. And so I have a personal feeling about making history, because I've been there, done that, and now it's Canelo's time. But to the left, Sergey Kovalev, who I've been in there with, understand what it is to be in there with the Crusher. He's earned that, and I respect it. And I respect him even to the day. And also Buddy McGirt, the teacher, not a trainer. Yeah, there's 90% of trainers in boxing, but teachers are very rare in my sport that I love. So, in closing, enjoy this historic fight and watch Canelo Alvarez, who I call the evil Knievel in boxing, who's taken on the best so far and now taking on the best at light heavyweight. Thank you, and enjoy the fight, and go to the zone and subscribe.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, from MGM Grand, the president of Las Vegas Live Entertainment and Sports, Mr. Richard Stern.
Thank you. Good afternoon to the media and all the fight fans watching today's event live around the world. I'd like to welcome back Canelo Alvarez and Sergey Kovalev, two of boxing's best, to Las Vegas and the MGM Grand. Canelo returns to the ring following his convincing win in May, while Sergey, who is coming off of a knockout win in August, will be fighting in Las Vegas for the first time in more than 2 years. I'd like to give a special thanks to Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, Robert Gaspari, and the entire Golden Boy promotion staff, Kathy Duger and her team, the DAZN team led by Joseph Markowski, as well as Bob Bennett of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. We look forward to seeing everyone November 2nd in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. Thank you.
And now the Executive Vice President of DAZN North America, Mr. Joe Markowski.
All right, Joe!
Next week marks 1 year since DAZN launched here in the United States with our first broadcast with Anthony Joshua from London. Just 1 year. In 1 year's time, I believe we've managed to assemble the best schedule in the history of the sport. Without a doubt, I think many of those on stage and in the crowd will admit that boxing, not just for the fighters, is pretty hard work. Scheduling fights takes time, and we're grateful for the support of many people in the room in helping us do that. But let's just look at where we are in the next 2 or 3 months. Canelo Kovalev, boxing's biggest star, jumping up 2 weight classes, continuing to chase history. Ruiz Joshua, the rematch of, without doubt, the biggest heavyweight upset in some years. KSI versus Logan Paul, bringing millions of new fans to the sport of boxing. Triple G, back in title contention in MSG in a couple of weeks' time. Title indications, progress, the list goes on for the zone. I don't think many people in this room would have believed that we would have done that less than a year ago, or even a year. On top of the quality of our schedule, let's look at the value. For only $99.99, the price of a pay-per-view, not that long ago, you can get all of that content and more into 2020. So our subscribers, many of you who will be in the crowd today, are in for a tremendous end of 2019 and a tremendous year to come on the zone. To Canelo, we thank you for your continued partnership. And to Sergey, welcome to the zone family. We look forward to working together in the next couple of months. Thanks very much, guys, and see you in Las Vegas.
Once again from Golden Boy Promotions, here's Oscar De La Hoya.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to announce that obviously with a major card like this one with Canelo Alvarez and Crusher headlining, we must, and the fans deserve the best undercard possible. So I'm happy to announce that our next big major star in the making will be on the card, and that is Ryan Garcia. Oh my God! And he's not just fighting anybody. This is the fight you guys wanted. He's fighting Duno. That is a very tough fight. You obviously don't want to miss it. We're very proud to announce that we have a pack together, and Ryan Garcia, I've already had calls from every major entertainer who is ready to go see your fights in Las Vegas. So without any further ado, let me introduce to you your next superstar, Ryan Garcia.
I want to thank the fans for coming out, because it's a weekday. You guys didn't even come here. It's 4 or 5 o'clock. Thank you guys for coming. I'm excited. The co-main event on the biggest card pretty much of the year, but also you got Joshua. But I'm so honored because it's a big night, and I get to fight the guy I wanted to fight most. And Romero Jr., everybody, they all said, I was scared and I was worried about him, but now I get the chance to get my respect and to show everybody I'm a real fighter. So everybody stay tuned. This is going to be a big fight. It's going to be a big card. And then you got the main event to close the show. Thank you for everybody for believing me. Thank you for Golden Boy showing me the love. And let's get the job done. Let's get the ball rolling. And let's make history. Thank you.
Let's go! We love you, Ryan. I love you,
Please welcome
Ryan.
the CEO of Main Events, Miss Kathy Duma.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank DAZN. We're looking forward to a great relationship. And Golden Boy, we've had a long one. And of course, Richard Stern from the MGM brand. It's good to be going back. And we Main Events mostly just look forward to working with all of you on this historic event. But first, I want to give special thanks to Sergey Kovalev and Canelo Alvarez. And that's not just for Main Events. Right now, I'm speaking to both of you as a lifelong boxing fan, not just as Sergey's promoter. There are precious few throwback fighters like Sergey and Canelo in boxing today. Unfortunately, at some point around the turn of the last century, doesn't that sound like a long time ago? Boxing began to lose its way. Certain fighters, TV executives, critics, members of the media became so obsessed with one-loss records that they began to forget that this is a sport. Instead of building a legacy, preserving an O and avoiding unnecessary risk became the goal. And to this day, some fighters are actually praised for it, although it blows my mind. Competition suffered because of that, and so did the whole sport. I remember when late great Cornell Whitaker, God rest his soul, would get really upset with my husband Dan when Dan tried to give him a little breather. Pete did not want easy fights. He could not get up for them. He wanted a challenge. He wanted to prove that he was the best, not just to the fans and to his opponents, but to himself. When we first met nearly 7 years ago, one of the things that impressed me about Sergey was that he was so adamant that he wanted to test his skills against the very best. He wanted to find out how good he was. Obviously, the fact that we are all sitting here today proves that he still feels the same way about that. And Canelo, I have never met you before today, but I have nothing but respect for you. When reporters ask me to speculate, as they have all day, about why would you want to move up 2 weight divisions and take on a fellow future Hall of Famer like Sergey Kovalev, I tell them that I understand completely. Because a long time ago, Sweet Pea taught me how great fighters think. So thank you so very much to both of you. Canelo, you may have been off a little bit more than you can chew, but that's okay. Great fighters, the ones that care more about their legacy than wins and losses are not afraid to challenge themselves. And win or lose, history will reward you for taking the risk. Someday I have no doubt that both of you will share a place in Canelo. But before that, I look forward to joining millions of boxing fans worldwide as we watch the two of you share the same 20-foot ring in Las Vegas on November 2nd. And congratulations, Ryan. You will not be the only spectacular young fighter on the card that night. Also sharing that ring on November 2nd, and I get to announce this today, is another talented, telegenic, well-spoken, absolutely fantastic young fighter with a name that's very familiar. His name is Evan Holyfield, and he is the son of the great Evander Holyfield, who was at the very beginning of our journey at Main Events. I can't tell you how gratified I am to be able to work with Evander's son after all these years. We're all going to get to see him and meet him and get to know somebody who I think is going to be giving us thrills for a very long time. We'll be announcing the particulars of this fight soon. Finally, I want to thank Aegis Klimas for being one of the finest people I've ever known and continue to be one of the great blessings of my life. Buddy McGirt. I told him yesterday he's starting to turn into George Benton, and I mean that in a good way. He is the key to a change, a revitalization in Sergey's career that makes me so happy to see. This is fun again. I can see it, and it's fun for me too. So, November 2nd, DAZN, don't miss it. It's going to be awesome.
All right, Kathy! All right.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the manager of Sergey Kovalev, Mr. Aegis Klimas.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Los Angeles. Great day today announcing this big of a fight. I don't think this fight needs to be introduced. When you hear a name, Canelo Alvarez, Crusher Kovalev, it says all about it, what is going to happen on November 2nd. I just wanted to thank everybody who participated in making this fight, making it happening. I don't need to talk about the Sergey. He is, everybody knows who he is in boxing. And regarding Canelo, I don't speak much Spanish, but I know what it means, grandes cojones. Thank you.
Now the trainer of Sergey Kovalev, please welcome Buddy McGirt.
Good afternoon. I'm going to make it short and sweet. I'm going to say that both these guys are really true champions. I'm going to say to Canelo, I've always admired you. Your trainer, great. You did a great job with it. I got to admit that. You know what I mean? And I really take my hat off to you for having the balls to step up and not have a catch weight, but do what real champions do. Step up to the challenge. Sergey, you know you're my man. Love you to death. I respect you for accepting the challenge because you didn't have to. You could have just fought any of the other champions. So, in all honesty, the only losers are going to be on November 2nd are the people who don't watch the fight and don't come to the fight. Thank you. God bless.
All right. All right.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a word from the WBO reigning light heavyweight world champion, Sergey Kovalev.
Glad to be here, back to Los Angeles. And thanks to God and thanks to Canelo personally and his team to make this opportunity to get this fight. I'm really think so that this is a very big test for me in my boxing career because this is one of the best fighters in the world in boxing right now, and I'm happy and I'm sorry for my English, but like I am excited. Thank you very much for your support, and God bless you everyone, and let's to fight happiness. Thank you.
Now the head trainer for Canelo Alvarez, Eddie Reynoso.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Antes que nada, quiero agradecer a Golden Boy que hizo todo lo posible por hacer esta pelea por la razón que fue una pelea muy difícil de concretarse, hubo ahí unos detallitos, pero finalmente la pelea ya está.
First of all, I want to extend my gratitude to Golden Boy and DAZN. This was a very difficult fight to make happen, but that fight is now here.
Solo los grandes peleadores y los que dejan huella, toman este tipo de riesgos.
Only the big fighters and whomever the ones that leave a footprint become these type of fighters.
Conocemos demasiado a Kovalev y sabemos a quién nos estamos enfrentando.
We know Kovalev well, and we know the challenge that we are facing.
Un tremendo boxeador que realmente deja todo arriba del ring, fuerte, con una pegada que de un solo golpe puede tener una pelea.
A great fighter that leaves everything at the ring, and with one punch, he could end the fight.
Sabemos a lo que nos estamos enfrentando, pero queremos dejar huella, queremos que Saúl sea 4 veces campeón mundial y que después de tantos años, de 1938 con Henry Armstrong, no había un peleador que ostentara 3 títulos mundiales en diferentes categorías simultáneamente.
And we know it's going to be a great challenge. We want Saúl to have the 4 championships in this division. We know that since 1938, since the fighter Henry Armstrong, it has not happened.
Y queremos que sea un mexicano.
And we want it to be a Mexican.
Entonces nos vamos a preparar bastante bien, sabemos a lo que nos enfrentamos y ese día 2 de noviembre, como dijo aquel campeón, los que van a perder van a ser los que no van a ver la pelea. Muchísimas gracias.
We will have a great fight, and like the champion said, the only losers here on November 2nd are the ones who do not watch this fight.
Now Canelo's other trainer, Jose Chepo Reynoso.
Arriba. Buenas tardes a todos y cada uno de ustedes por su asistencia a esta conferencia.
Good afternoon, and thank you to each and one of you to assisting to being here at this conference.
Me estoy volviendo nostálgico, romántico, al ver todo lo que está pasando ahorita, ver tanta gente emocionada. No puedo evitar regresarme a los principios.
I'm getting old here, I'm nostalgic, I'm romantic, and I cannot help but remember the beginnings of all this.
Ver todos los triunfos, todas las alegrías que nos ha dado Saúl, a mi hijo Eddie y a mí, bueno, eso me hace que se me enchine la piel y ver todavía lo que falta para el día 2 de noviembre.
To look back and see everything, all the victories that Saúl has given myself and my son Eddie, and everything that's still coming in the future, it makes my skin.
¿Y saben por qué? Porque los Reynoso han estado desde que empezó Saúl, ya va a ser 15 años de eso.
And you know what? Because the Reynosos have been with Saúl ever since he started, and it's close to 15 years.
Desde que era un niño que llegó al gimnasio,
Ever since he was a child that came to the gym.
hasta ahora que está a punto de lograr esa hazaña y que va a hacerla seguramente porque estamos muy confiados en ello.
Until this point, what he has reached to, because we confide, we trust that he will gain victory here.
Y yo les pregunto a todos los historiadores, ¿habrá también padre e hijo que llegaron a un 4º título mundial como Chepo y Eddie Reynoso piensen en llegar el 2 de noviembre.
And I ask people, the history makers, has there ever been a father and son team that have reached the type of legacy that we've been building? And on November 2nd, we will.
Gracias, Saúl, porque el 2 de noviembre, ya que más puedo pedir con 4 títulos, porque yo también soy parte de eso, y mi hijo también. Gracias, hijo, por todo lo que ha pasado, y viva México. Y los que no puedan ir, compren la Cordizón, no la jodamos.
And thank you, Saul, for giving us what you're giving me. Thank you, son, as well, for giving us the 4 titles. And whomever cannot go, watch it through the zone.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the 3-division world champion, current middleweight king from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Here is Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Es un placer, José.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to do so.
Muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí, como siempre.
Thank you,
Muy
everyone.
agradecido. Todos los fans, muchas gracias.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. I'm very grateful to all the fans, as always.
La verdad que estoy muy motivado. Para mí es un honor compartir el cuadrilátero con Kovalev, un peleador que lo conocí en el 2012.
I'm very motivated here. It's an honor to me to share the ring with a fighter like Kovalev, whom I met in 2012.
Quien era peleador de 4 o 6 rounds. Me da gusto que haya llegado donde ha llegado. Hoy nos toca compartir el cuadrilátero, eso es otra historia.
He used to be a fighter, a 4 or 6 round fighter, and now we're about to share the ring and make history here.
Sé que va a ser la pelea más complicada de mi carrera.
I know it's going to be my most difficult fight of my profession.
Estoy consciente de eso, sé que va a ser una gran pelea, pero quiero coronarme con un 4º título. Quiero darle ese placer a mis entrenadores, a mi equipo,
I'm aware it's going to be a
a
very
mi
difficult
familia, a mi
fight.
gente. Y voy a hacer todo lo que esté a mi alcance. Voy a poner todas mis habilidades, mi disciplina, para que así sea. Y ese día gritamos, ¡Viva México!
My strength and effort, and give the best that I have at the ring, and that day we can yell, Viva Mexico!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the press conference. One last time, we will have Kovalev and Canelo with the official stare down.